what Kyler Murray did last night. Hembo, tell everyone what he did last night.
After he played in the Pro Bowl yesterday, he did something on social media that has fans on high alert, Greeny. He scrubbed his Instagram account of all but 2 photos. One gallery of him at the Pro Bowl yesterday, and one about him winning the Heisman. He also does not follow the Cardinals, the team he plays for, on Instagram or Twitter, and there is no reference to either team on those platforms.
Kyler Murray has unfollowed the Cardinals on all social media without any obvious reason why. I don't know that anyone was sitting around going, I wonder if Kyler is disgruntled. When last seen, he seemed perfectly gruntled and candidly playing horribly in a playoff loss to the Rams 3 weeks ago. But Murray's a very good young player. You showed me his, like he's got baseball pictures, right? Like
he looks like he plays for the Oakland A's.
You would know that he plays baseball. You would know that he went to Oklahoma. You would know that he was in the Pro Bowl. You would not know by looking at his social media that he plays for the Arizona Cardinals.
And the timing of this is interesting because he plays in the Pro Bowl representing the Cardinals yesterday afternoon. By the time we woke up, whoosh.
Bubba, what should we make of this?
What should we make of it?
Very strange. We did notice, that he does still follow the Oakland A's. So, I don't know.
What do we make of
ready
this?
for a return to baseball? I mean, very odd.
There isn't even any baseball to return to.
Should we tell him?
Yeah.
Should we tell him?
Someone want to tell Kyler that right now is not the moment?
Maybe he's not aware.
Yeah, this is not the time to be jumping
I don't
into
understand.
that.
I don't know what's going on with all that. It seems to be a thing to do. I mean, it was just last week, right? Julius Randle unfollowed the Knicks, so
But we knew that. Like, we understood why. Because Julius Randle is basically being the ultimate pain in the neck, and his entire self-perception is completely wrong. Like, no one is misreading the room worse right now than Julius Randle is in New York, and that's fine. But Kyler Murray, I don't know that we had any reason to think this was happening. Go ahead, Bubba. Continue.
Well, yeah, I mean, I have to imagine I guess he wants out. I don't know. I don't know. It's so strange. I could see him in like 5 days from now putting him back in there. I don't know. I mean,
his avatar right now is 2 pictures. It's him playing for Oklahoma, and it's him playing for the Oakland A's.
It seemed like he had a good relationship with Kingsbury, did he not? I mean, they
to my knowledge, yes.
had a
I don't
fairly
think
good
any of this
season.
was a
I know
problem.
they lost in the playoffs, but
So on Saturday, he was asked, and this posted, I guess, off of the team website, he was asked, how is he going to improve? He says, I think there are a lot of things we all need to address individually. Team-wise, we understand. But it was kind of just being like, and he was like, but that's all I'm going to say. Like, it was kind of just, so I don't know if there's something going on.
This is a very strange situation. Do you have any insight into this?
I don't have any insight. All we can do is speculate, but you often say, Greeny, I don't believe in coincidences. For him to do this the day after the Pro Bowl is not a coincidence. So the way that I read this, because he's making us guess, is he either wants out or he wants a new contract. But this is not something that a normal person just does just because.
There is literally no chance it's a coincidence.
You guys might know me.
There's no chance. I mean, I don't even know what it would be a coincidence with. Like, it would be coincidental that he did that and what? Like that he played in the Pro Bowl and then scrubbed his Instagram and Twitter of all connection to that he played the worst game you've ever seen in your life in a playoff loss 3 weeks ago and then scrubbed. Like, not only is it not coincidental, it just seems to be its own phenomenon, and I can't think of any other explanation than there is something about the Cardinals that is making Kyler Murray unhappy.
No kidding. And you see people go dark off social media. This is not this. This is like, I am still on social media. Like, if you break up with your girlfriend and you just delete all of your pictures with her, I'm still around, I'm still on social media, but I'm not with her. That's what he's doing right now.
Yes. I mean, so I find it to be a very unusual thing, again, primarily because there wasn't any obvious reason why it was coming. And I didn't see it, but right now, if you just typed in words Kyler Murray into a search, the first things that come up are Kyler Murray trade, Kyler Murray Cardinals, Kyler Murray Instagram, Kyler Murray Twitter. Like, the world is talking about this, and the longer it goes without him responding, that's another thing. Like, if everything is fine, and he made that change for, I don't even know what other reason there might be.
What other reason?
Then you put an end to it. The whole world is talking about this. So you put an end to it. Oh, no, nothing to see here, guys. Everything is fine with me and the Cardinals. I just took them off of all of my social media for this reason, which I have no idea what that reason would be. It's ridiculous. But the longer it goes without him addressing it in any way, the more obvious it becomes that there's an issue.
Let me ask you a question. Would you rather trade for a 33-year-old Russell Wilson on that contract or a 24-year-old Kyler Murray on that contract?
Give me the details on the contract.
Well, Kyler Murray's still on his rookie deal.
I know that, but how much longer? He's been in 3 years, right?
So he's got his.
You got to pay him
and,
soon.
Yeah, sure, but you got 2 more years on the rookie deal, including that 5th-year option. That's the best bargain in the NFL, practically, right? A Pro Bowl level quarterback on a rookie contract.
He had a very bad second half of the season. There was a moment in time when they looked like a Super Bowl team, and they stopped looking like that in a big way.
He's 24 years old, Greeny. He was on the short list of MVP frontrunners halfway through the season.
Yeah.
He's
Did you mean that as a joke, that he was on the short list?
Oh, man. Oh, well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here, of course, with my buddy Cowboy Jobu, as well as Joe Bear in the house. And as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally, and I mean literally, does not work. So let's get open for business here, and let's wake up the football gods. Man, I'm going to let you all know, any of you trolls, you act up, I'm coming for you. I'm coming for your meats because I'm hangry. I've been doing a liquid diet all day. I got a colonoscopy Wednesday, and I would love to just blow up on somebody. So don't try me unless you want to get bitch slapped. All right? And let's do a mic check here.
Mic sound nice, check 1. My mic sound nice, check 2. My mic sound nice, check 3. Are you ready?
What's up, Mike? How you doing, man?
Not so good.
Not so good. Why are you not doing good? What's up?
Because keep it Kellen Moore.
Oh, man. You don't want no more Kellen Moore?
No. Offense was bad the second half.
Well, look at Kyler Murray. You hear what Kyler Murray was bad the second half. He was injured, but they talking about trading for him.
But the thing is, though, they gave him that game against us.
True.
Yes.
Oh, we got Steeler Nation 412. Good luck on the colonoscopy. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. We coming for your meats. Okay.
Okay, then how's the quarterback search coming? Steelers.
Well, hey, maybe that. You know what? See, here's what I believe is going on, because Kyler Murray, today's the first day he's eligible for a new contract. And I think he's trying to send the message that I want to get paid. But the reality is, it don't matter what you want, because that contract, you locked up for the next 2 years.
He's messed up. Because he's a first-round pick, which means you got that, which they could put a fifth-year option on you.
Fifth-year option on it.
Second-round pick, don't have to worry about a fifth-round option.
Yeah, well, we're going to get to Alvin Kamara. We're also going to get to Micah Parsons. I got some inside scoop kind of
What
stuff.
he was mad that it wasn't a real game?
What do you mean you can't hear me? I love weed.
No,
I owed it. Pass the Dutchie from the left. Pass the Dutchie. I got to see. You think I'll get away with sampling that?
No, I don't think so.
I see it. I get lucky because I got the ladies' night. I sampled that and I was okay with that one. And what people do for money,
You got to see what the copyright.
I'm about to check, because that needs to be. I love weeds. Weed, you're all good now. It wasn't something over here. It was something you did, buddy. Just slow down on the weed just a little bit. James Snyder, what's up, man? How are you doing? The Pro Bowl was less exciting. You know what? I tell you what.
It was so bad that Garrett was on his telephone. He was on there texting. The game was so bad.
After the game, you know the squeaky toy I got for Simba, right? I got a squeaky toy for Simba. Now, I've been doing this for Simba to get him some extra exercise, because Simba goes crazy with the squeak toys. If you step on a squeak toy, he will come running. That's the only time he ever comes running to me. James Snyder.
Take the money out, all of it.
Shout out to James Snyder. So last night, I had the football, and I was squeaking the football, and he come and he'll try and grab the football from you, right? And you let him grab it, and then you kind of pull it back from him. That was more exciting than the Pro Bowl. That I mean, even the commentators are like, yeah, well, the Pro Bowl is usually kind of like, bad, but it's usually not quite this bad.
Yeah, it was so bad that the kicker was the filling water boy.
Oh my God! and we didn't. The punters are like, well, we're just here.
That's what I'm saying. They were the
Frank
filling water
Fleece,
boy.
what's up? Well, let me say hello. How are you? I know Roland Review's up in here. What's up, Roland? I think I saw Gina Thorne. What's up, Gina? I know there's other ones in here. Is Angelica already in here? Wait. There's Lola. Miss Hot Sauce. Shout out to Lola joining in on the live streams with me cooking. Listen, I got my shrimp broth right here. A shrimp broth. I tell you what, you put some Chinese noodles in there. Oh, man, and some chili sauce. It would be perfect. Perfect meal. And then there's Joanne Gonzalez. What's up, JoJo? Let's see. Did I miss it? I don't want to miss any. I see we got Philly D fan in here. Philly D is actually going to join me here at 9:30 because we got some stuff to discuss here. Will you go see the new Batman movie March 4th? Maybe. I mean, I haven't been to movie theater in like forever. I mean, it's been a couple of years now.
It's one of the few movies that isn't coming out on TV.
It's not? Okay. I'll have to check. The Pro Bowl used to be good. It used to be Baby Yoda. Shout out for being a tailgate member for the last 9 months. Ava. Oh, Ava. What's up, Ava? And as well as Ava. Guess what? Guess you want to tell her? Ava. Alaska. Ava. You got not one but 2 boxes coming up to Alaska. It's leaving. It's leaving on a jet plane. It's leaving tomorrow, headed for Alaska for Ava. That's a whole lot of Joe Bardies. I mean, that's a whole lot. Shout out to you, Ava. I appreciate it. I love the cheerleader that's jumping up in there. All right, so also we got Kyler Murray, who I think wants a new contract, okay? Because technically he's only getting like $6 million next year. And he's looking at this and saying, they can have my rights the next 2 years. I want a new contract. I want to get paid. I don't want to wait. And you know what? I'm going to raise a stink. So we got that dynamic. And you, my friend Michael Anthony Holmes, were the one that let me know about the whole Russell Wilson.
Even though the news really came out last year, but on the radio, they were talking about it on the radio.
That's what I thought. Okay. I didn't.
Today.
I was like, is this something that just. See, here's how Washington fans are, okay? Washington Commanders. Okay. The Washington Commanders. Okay. And then there's Kathy Keller. What's up, Kathy? Bam. Shout out to Kathy. Go Alaska, even though never been there. I love weed. In your mind, you've probably been there. I love weed. Okay. Is weed Alaska?
I said I think it's legal in Alaska.
I mean, how they gonna check? I mean, I remember seeing. It's not like there's a whole lot of people. You got to fly from village to village, and then you got to drive over like the lakes and stuff in the wintertime. So you can't even get there sometimes in the summertime, man. I'm sorry, Ava. I'm not. I don't mean to joke on. But so. Ed Oliver started this whole bandwagon now. All the YouTubers.
He started. It was on.
Oh, I'm sorry. Sports Talk 980.
980 was bringing it back up. Just had something to talk about.
So they were bringing up Russell Wilson saying he wouldn't mind going to Washington. And I was like, Mike was like, did you hear?
I knew.
I can't think of his name right now. Shit. Ed Oliver. She's like, Ed Oliver doing a video about Russell Wilson said he wouldn't mind going to Washington. I was like, how come the internet's not broken? Because I was like, I ain't heard nothing about Russell Wilson. I was like, did he see the Commander's outfit and says, I want to be a Washington Commander? Because I love those uniforms. I mean,
ugly.
I was like, Washington, that's not like a music. That's not like New York or New Orleans. I don't see where Sierra wants to come to D.C. I mean, we got Go-Go, but that ain't Sierra. So I'm like, What are you talking about? So I Googled it, and I was like, that was last year when he was also talking about with his agent saying, hey, I wouldn't mind going to Dallas. And so I'm like, well, where's all this coming from? So Sports Talk 980 started talking. See, and I understand why. It makes sense now. They're trying to get a diversion.
That's right.
They're trying to get a diversion from two bad situations. One, that stupid-ass uniform and name that they have, the Washington Commanders, away. And the other thing being Dan Snyder, last Friday, a day after they had their announcement, there's 5 new cases against him directly, and they were on Capitol Hill. And the NFL says, well, we can't release reports without Dan Snyder's approval. So they just threw it on him. They have a report on it. So you got that. So what better way to try and turn the page and make the fans feel good than say Russell Wilson wouldn't mind coming to Washington? And so we watched Ed Oliver. Shout out to Ed, man. Shout out to him. I'm glad to see he got a new hat. Division Champs 2020.
Your boy Rio did a video too.
I'm going to check out my son.
I didn't watch it, but I saw it.
So he's like, well, if we give up like 3 number ones and I forgot what player, it'd be worth it to bring Russell Wilson here. And I'm just kind of like.
It's a player and 3 number ones.
Right. And I was just like, your team's already gutted. Dak owns Philly, cry, Eagles, cry. There you go. Well, we know that. He owns the Washington Commanders and the New York Giants. If we can just get him to start owning the rest of the NFL, we'd be good. Mary Lon. What's up, Mary Lon? How you doing? Cali Cowboys. He's following on the other channel at the cooking shows. Cali, Mike, his poor boy, you mailed that today, right? The poor boy to Cali Cowboys. He said he wanted me to express mail him the shrimp poor boy. You sent it, right? I told him to send it, Cali. Cali, I told him to send it to you. That's not my problem. He just said send it. He didn't say get it there. Okay.
Survive 2 days in the mail.
All right. So we got that dynamic. It's kind of nice that our quarterback, that we don't have him like unfollowing social media, that he's not talking about becoming a Washington Commander or other places he wants to go. Sometimes we got to count our blessings, don't we?
We actually have a quarterback that wants to be here.
Yeah, true. We got a quarterback that wants to be here. And so here you got Kyler Murray, of course, unfollowed.
Kyler Murray has always been like that because remember at the CSA show, he got up and left.
Yeah, he did.
Paid for it.
You know what? He sure did. I think what it was the pictures being taken with him. I think he got pissed off because there were some pretty tall people that were there. And I think when he started looking at the pictures where he's got like kids, 16-year-olds that are towering over him, it's kind of like, wait a minute, I'm too short for this. And I think that's what set him off. But see, I talked about Kyler Murray because I know what's going to happen, because whenever anybody out there in the NFL is about to be released or stirring some shit up, they always say, trade for him. You know what's going to happen. Trade Dak for Kyler Murray. Well, don't look like you're surprised.
Well, at least he'll win all those home games.
See, that'll be one of the arguments. Look, he's never lost at AT&T. Dak Prescott lost to Kyler Murray, so let's trade for him.
At least he'll win all the home games.
It's like,
go
oh
500.
Lord, here we go.
He's undefeated in our stadium.
I'm serious. I'm surprised that some Cowboy fans haven't already started
that's the
saying
argument. At least it'll be 500 every year in our stadium.
Well, we don't play that guy. You know what? We don't play that good.
Yeah,
Hey, how about if we have Dak on the road and Kyler at home? We can do that, can't we? We got enough money to do that, don't we? James says, hell, don't trade Dak. Philly D, Sugar Daddy, what's up? No matter how bad any team situation, nobody has it worse than Washington Commanders. And that's amen on that one. 877. I can't pronounce that first part of the name. I apologize. But, why would Russell Wilson want to go to a team that literally Gridiron Heights did the toxic waste dump, a thing that I've been calling them forever.
Oh yeah.
That literally sewage pours on your head. They've got urinals that just spray water spray whatever's in the urinal all the time. You've got literally the railings falling with people falling over and almost. You want
press boxes are leaking.
You literally need to have a tetanus shot before you go to a game in Washington.
Don't forget about Sean Taylor's family.
Oh man,
they took pictures by the porta potty. They named the street by him and they put the sign right by the porta potties.
That's when you know it's just bad. So I Washington fans, shout out to you for dreaming and reaching for the stars. I know the saying, when you shoot for the moon, you'll still be among the stars. I'm sorry, you're still in the damn hole. Nathan Henry, I'm starting the protest change. But see, there's hope for Washington to change that name. If you get Dan Snyder out of there and Jeff Bezos buys it, I mean, it could be the Amazon deliveries. I don't know. They could be the Amazon Primes or the Washington Primes. Something. But that would be your hope. I've just never seen a team so discombobulated. I mean, we got issues with the Cowboys.
Not like Washington.
But not like that. I mean, at least.
When was the last time Jerry Jones had a lawsuit?
NFL.
I mean, he paid the lawsuit. I'm talking about him personally.
Oh, boy. Ruben Walls. What's up, Ruben? He says, what's up, Mike? Philly D. Hello, Miss Miss Cowboy's in here. What's up, Miss Cowboy? Shout out to everybody that's in here on Monday. Here it is. This is the beginning of Super Bowl week. And, normally, before COVID, I would be in Super Bowl City and giving you a taste of that and all that. But sadly, those days have gone by. It's a different world. But shout out to Los Angeles. I'm sure everything is going to be great out there. They're going to put on a hell of a show. There's Sheila Neal. What's up, Sheila? Got all the ladies. But
Gina C's in the house.
Oh, man. Gina C's in the house? Oh, Gina, we were up there working on your drawers. Seriously. We were up there working on Gina's drawers. For her cabinet. See, I know you thirsty, brother.
I'll be delivering.
Yeah, Michael's going to be bringing her drawers back up to Pennsylvania when he goes this weekend for Valentine's Day. And guys, look, don't wait until Valentine's morning to go out and try and get some flowers. I know you're going to run to the grocery store and you're going to be there with all the other husbands that forgot, damn, I need some flowers. And you're going to be fighting over that 1 dozen rows they got left that literally half of them are kind of wilted and hanging over and falling off. I know you're going to do it. Don't do that.
At least go online.
Remember, Valentine's Day is not for us. It's for the ladies. Okay? Just understand what.
You'll get flowers, at least order them online.
But okay, let me rephrase that. Valentine's Day is for the ladies, and if you do it right, it'll also be for the men. Okay? But don't be the guy that shows up with the flowers that literally you hold up the flowers and rose just wilts and drops off. You know you done it. You know you done it.
At least the cabinet won't wilt.
Well, the cabinet, you know what? You got that right. Yep. And I'll tell you what, it'll last. You know what? But and see that might not.
Remember that dress you built?
See, here's the thing, and it's heavy too. It's not easy to move.
Yeah, but remember that dress you built?
I know it's still there.
I just need to get another handle.
Shit, that thing's built like a Sherman tank, man. That motherfucker take a bomb in a minute. But see, here's the thing. Yeah, you don't break up. Hey, Gina, you're stuck now. You can't ever break up with Michael because you won't be able to get rid of a piece of furniture. It's too big. It don't fold up. It don't come apart. It's heavy as shit. So you will constantly have a reminder of Michael at your place. So shout out to you. Anyway, all right, let's get on to the Cowboy news. We all know that we did not lose Kellen Moore.
That's the worst news ever. Do we still have the consultant?
No, he got hired in Carolina.
So who's going to be the consultant?
It would want to be Mike McCarthy. It would want to be the play caller being Mike McCarthy. Yeah. Because, but here's where I'm just like, my mind is all screwed up because I'm trying to understand something. If you follow the timeline timeline goes, season over, Jerry Jones goes after Amari Cooper, right? And says, we're paying $22 million a year for him, right? Then we're told that it wasn't about Amari Cooper, that it was actually directed towards Kellen Moore. And so then you hear Jerry Jones say things like, well, the good news is if we lose Kellen Moore, we've got Mike McCarthy to call the plays.
Well, then my question, why was he calling the plays from the beginning?
Okay.
It's like Jason Garrett 2.0 all over again.
But, okay, so to me it says, all right, you're on the hot seat, Kellen. We're thinking about getting rid of you. And then we hear about the hire of Prince. Oh! Okay, all right? Prince, let me go up here. Let me get Prince.
Prince who?
Robert Prince?
I never heard that.
Robert Prince, and this is where it's nepotism. I'm trying to figure out who's the one who hired Robert Prince. Not, not that, and not, not from West Philadelphia Prince. Robert Prince, who currently was with the Houston Texans, who just hired Lovie Smith, who has a relationship with Kellen Moore from the Lions. Now, immediately, Dr. Football is back. Why do you blame Moore when he... I see. Oh, you know what, Dr. Football? Dr. Football, I want to thank you, buddy. I want to thank you because I haven't seen you, Dr. Football, in a long time. Shout out to you. Welcome back, my man. And I appreciate all of your Dak hate. And you know what?
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
Why?
Bye, Felicia.
Okay, there you go. Welcome back. Now, let's see how you act when you come back in 300 seconds. Because I'm going to tell you, I'm hangry as a mother humper because I haven't had any solid food since yesterday. I've been drinking freaking chicken broth. I've had coffee with no freaking cream. I've been drinking freaking water. So if you want to try me, son, please try me tonight. Try me tonight because I'm ready to go off. I'm ready to fucking explode. Okay? Dr. Football, if you want to be a jackass someplace else. Okay? We got it? We cool. All right, cool beans. And it's almost time for my man to come up in here too. So, nepotism. Well, I don't understand why we keep getting people from the lines.
I know. Kellen Moore is okay, but he's not. He's still learning on the job.
Now here's what I can say. I can say one thing. I was looking actually at his Wikipedia page here. Okay,
he's been to a lot of teams.
He's been to a lot of teams. Okay, that's what we can say. He's also Boise State. So here we go.
Oh, no,
Boise State.
More people.
Boise State. He coached him with the Lions. Okay, now he actually has head coaching experience. Okay, like Dan Quinn did for the Cowboys. Oh, hold on. Let me explain to you. He ended up coaching in 2020 when most of the staff got COVID. So he was the head coach for that game. Matthew Stafford got hurt in the first quarter, and they lost 47-7. Okay, but here was actually an interesting stat. And now let me go through here. So now that I've killed the man, okay, let me go back here with the Lions. During the 2016 season, under Prince's tutelage, 3 receivers contributed to the Lions having 5 players record 50-plus receptions. So they had 5 players that had 50 or more receptions. The Lions became the 5th team in the NFL history and the first in franchise history to feature 5 different players with at least 50 catches in a season. During the 2019 season, Prince helped guide receiver Kenny Galladay to a second 1,000-yard receiving season, 1,190 yards, becoming the first player in franchise history to record 2 1,000-yard receiving seasons in their first 3 years. Galladay's 11 touchdowns were also a team and NFL high. So as I dug a little deeper, I said, okay, maybe it's not as bad as I think.
Are you sure about that?
I was just saying, okay, no, he's had some results. As opposed to when we had Mike Nolan, okay? Mike Nolan did not ever have that much success
in their first 3 years.
Right.
That was
So
11 touchdowns were also a team and NFL high.
all right.
So
Okay.
as I dug a little deeper, I said, okay.
Why am I hearing myself?
Not as bad as I think.
I think that's through Daniel. Daniel, are you listening to me?
I am coming in.
Okay, there we go. Daniel, for some reason, let's see.
There you go.
Well, yeah. Well, you're looking at Mike. Hold up, y'all. I'm going to get this straight here. Let me see. How can I change the view? Speaker view. Okay, we're going to do the speaker view. So as long as Mike doesn't say anything, we're cool. Okay, everybody. We've got a little. We're going to do a little something here, different than usual. Daniel, okay, AKA Philly D, is actually in the house, and I wanted to talk to him about something. First of all, how you feeling about your Eagles?
My Eagles, the season's over.
Oh, it's
Thank you.
Daniel Kennedy, and I work with a company called Thrive. You guys might know.
Oh, sorry. I ended up hitting the play on
You
that.
know what, Mark? Let's just get rid of that
No,
video.
because,
It's
Just
no
get
good.
just get rid of it?
Get rid of it.
What? Okay. All right. So here we go. See, I see Thomas Garrett, who's been a member for 26 months. Shout out. That's over 2 years. Okay. I know Trucker's Life is in here. He's been a member for 11 months. So what I was trying to do, my man Daniel here is incredible. He works for a company called Thrive. Okay. And with Thrive, we've created a website for the channel members out there. Okay. Now, Rusty, don't tune off. I know Richard's like, well, this is a channel, man. Ain't got nothing to do with me. We are expanding what we're doing with this. See, the cool thing is like now in the mornings when I can tell you whose birthday it is, and some of you might not like it because I sing happy birthday, and you might not want to hear that. But be that as it may, this is all because of the Thrive set, and we're going to be expanding that. And my man Daniel, can you tell us about Thrive?
I appreciate that, Mark. Well, tell you a little bit about myself. I've been with this company for over 25 years. We were the Yellow Pages, right? So things involved. And, so we came out with this platform about 6-7 years ago, really helping customers, really, if you're a business owner, if you're a contractor, from an attorney to anything local, we're there to help you, whether it's branding with a new website, staying organized to a CRM system.
Mm-hmm.
Because, we all know with today's, how people communicate anymore. It's all through your cell phones, through social media, as we're on today, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we also help, companies to, help them get credit. When I say by credit, generate better reviews online. So kind of like if you're a local business and, you would like to kind of discuss some of these things that we've been doing, just to say the last 2 or 3 months, it's been a pleasure working with Mark and Tracy. Mm-hmm. Mark, you're a pretty lucky man, I got to tell you. She's a wonderful woman.
Yeah. I always say that we're going to be together till death do us part. I just hope I'm not the one that kills her. Let me go ahead and say, Chuck Smith, shout out to you for the super chat, as well as James Snyder. I appreciate that. And Dak Delusional Fan, I'm hangry tonight, so don't mess with me because
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
So take your Dak hate on out of here tonight, okay? All right, so, and this is where I want to bring Daniel on here because I've found out how much, or I'm just scratching the surface of what the Thrive system actually does. And I'm learning that you can, if you're doing local business and things like that, it's great for marketing. It's a great way to count. And I'm learning to do a little bit more where we're going to be taking basically our online store where I'm doing all the customized pieces where you'll get a phone consulting. So when you say, you know what, I want to get this, that, and the other, you'll actually get a phone call from me to help set that up so that way we know exactly what you are looking for and designing. And I personally don't use the site that much. My wife does all of it, and it's just amazing the level that you actually do with that. And so when you say, I mean, you're kind of new with doing it with YouTube, correct? I mean, I'm kind of one of the guinea pigs, right?
Yeah, well, kind of really, we had to think outside the box. I mean, I remember we drum up a conversation. I was ordering some of your products, and probably about 6 months ago, you gave me a call and said, "What is this puke green you want to order?"
Yeah.
So, and then we just got to talking, and you were talking about some things. How, hey, you're only one person. You can only do so much, and you're living and dying through your Gmail account. I said, well, you know what? I might have a solution for you. So we were talking, 3 or 4 months, and we finally had a call with one of our experts that handles the software. And you guys were just throwing out a lot of questions to them, and we realized, hey, we were a good fit. So, it's been a good ride so far, and I appreciate you having me on this channel. Like I said, if you know anybody who's a local business that really wants to get more engaged with their customers, whether all through through social media, through text, email marketing, to creating a website that you show up optimization. It's something that I specialize in building out. Say, like, if you're a plumber, you want to show up like in about that 15-mile radius. That's my babies. That's something I do.
Right.
And the one thing we do take pride in is, Mark, is the training, with the software.
Oh my God.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I hate to say it, but you guys have ruined my wife, because we were having a conversation today, and we had an hour phone call and stuff with April, and she had another client and stuff, but we could schedule another meeting for Thursday. So then we got another meeting on Thursday. So we're using Tracy's setting up QuickBooks, and she ended up having a phone consult with that, and she's like, "This ain't like Thrive." She's like, "No, they don't treat us like Thrive does." The level that you guys have actually been doing has been actually fantastic, because Tracy's like, "Well, I don't know how to do this." It's like, "Well, don't look at me. I don't know how to do this. Call them," and then call and immediately get a response. So definitely, if you have a business and you're looking to grow, definitely Thrive is a great way to go. You can tell them that I sent you. I don't know if that means anything, but it definitely is great for me. Let me ask you. So, I've been listening to the Washington fans that think that they're going to get Russell Wilson, okay, and they're going crazy. Kyler Murray has lost his mind, and basically has unfollowed them. So I know Cowboy fans are going to be saying that let's trade for Kyler Murray. How you guys feeling about your quarterback?
You know what? I'm very so undecided. It was his first year. Did he have some great games? He definitely needs to work on his mechanics and with anticipation, because, you're not going to, wide receivers, they're not going to be wide open. He's got to really learn how to throw the ball. And he's going to need that great coaching. So I'm all in, give him one more year, see what he is. I'm not a fan of trading. We get the 3 number ones. Why do I want to give that up for a Russell Wilson? And you make great points. What has he done?
Right. Without a number one defense, without beast mode, he's got great numbers. I mean, this is a knock on that. Oh, great numbers. But he ain't been back to the dance in forever.
Exactly. And like you say, you need a team. You need a team, right? When things fall apart on the offensive line, it is what it is. I mean, there's going to be problems. So, the one thing, we had great offensive line play, but with our tremendous wide receiver picks.
And Philly 500 is like, maybe we should use a first-round pick on a wide receiver. I was like, not again.
I'm like, no.
Oh, it's like it's kind of crazy and stuff. All right, well, Daniel, I appreciate you being on here. Tell everybody how to get in contact with you, or you can share the link.
Exactly.
And I can,
I'm going to actually put my contact information online or in the chat.
Okay. And when it comes up, I'll pin it for you then. Or Mike, you can pin it for Daniel. And what I'll do
Thanks,
is I'll
buddy.
make a post in the community tab
See you,
and
Mike.
stuff. All right. And we'll definitely talk some more at, but definitely, guys, look for a whole lot of things. It's the off season, and that's where I do a lot of things and trying to grow and change and evolve. The CNC machine is like literally crazy, the amount of stuff that we're able to actually do with it and to be able to customize it. And so that's kind of changed where I got to talk to you guys and say what exactly that you're looking for, because basically it's just your imagination on what we can do with it. So you see Russ at the Pro Bowl. Well, Crazy Corbett, yes, he was. He was hitting bombs. He was throwing darts. He definitely was. And Dr. Football, shout out to you coming back and saying it wasn't all on deck. It's also to be put in a position. And see, this is my problem with bringing Kellen Moore back is I think we need some changes.
My question is, are we still doing the same offense we had with Jay Scarlett?
That's the thing. So
you need to change to the West Coast and put Mike McCarthy on the hot seat.
He's already on the hot seat. There's no if. There's no if. He is his seat. His seat is beyond hot. Okay. His seat is like literally in hell. Okay. Even the devil's over there. Whew, that's a hot mother humping seat. I mean, the devil. It's hot down here, but it ain't hot as Mike McCarthy's seat right there. It is. You can read the writing on the wall. It's basically Super Bowl or bust for Mike McCarthy. And don't let us have a 2 or 3 game lose streak.
Or Sean Payton wants to come back.
But my thing is, okay.
The writing's on the wall. Sean Payton
To
wants
Dr. Football's point here, okay. Oh, shout out to Chuck Smith. See, Chuck, you ain't been to the Thrive site, have you, Chuck? Unless you got a different name. Because, see, yesterday's birthday, actually it was. I said it this morning. Chuck, I sang happy birthday to you in the morning video. Your name is Charles Smith as opposed to Chuck Smith. I sang you. You simplified it. Because I said happy belated birthday because I missed it yesterday. So happy birthday again. Happy birthday. And it was also David Shorts. Now, the next birthday coming up, I can tell you because of Thrive, is actually Sheila Neal, February 9th, which is the day I have my colonoscopy. That day sticks in my head because I'm going to get violated by the doctor to make sure I don't have colon cancer. And then the next one's not until the 13th and the 15th because I know all that because of Daniel and Thrive. And every day I'm going to look at that list and wish you happy birthday. But back to my point about the Cowboys. We always heard, I'm trying to remember her name, when she was talking about Dak Prescott needs these people. I don't know if it's Dak Prescott needs it as much as this offense does. Because what I know about this offense is when it does not run the football, not only with Dak, mind you, Tony Romo. The years that we did not have a good running game, we didn't do anything. You can look at 2011, 2012, 2013. We weren't a good running team. And we were 8-8, 8-8, 8-8. 2014, we ended up having DeMarco Murray beasting out there with 1,800 plus yards. One step away from the NFC Championship. Mike, why do I have you up there on that screen? Okay. Okay, there we go. We'll end that meeting. And so you could go back to, I think, 2007. We had Marion Barber and, who was the other one? Running back. But we had a great – no, it wasn't – no, we're going way back, Mike. We're talking 2007. It was 2 brothers that both were running backs. But one was at Seattle, and I can't remember who it was. But, Marion Barber had like 900-some yards. He had like 800 yards or something like that. But it was like a 2-headed monster. And that season was, unfortunately, the year that Tony Romo bobbled the snap in Seattle. In which case, you look at the best years that the Cowboys had. 2016, Zeke Elliott running. So it's this offense is predicated on being able to maul the opposition. And when you do that, it opens up things for the receivers. And so we didn't have the offensive line that could maul people that were opening up holes, and we weren't able to run the football the second half of the season. You look at the first half of the season, we were opening up holes. Zeke was feasting. Dak was throwing all over the place. So to me, that's the fatal flaw of Felix Jones. There you go. That's the fatal flaw with this offense. Everything has to be clicking because this offense is not where you're great at one thing. It's the jack of all trades offense. That's what I'm calling it from now on. You can quote me on that, okay? It's the jack of all trades and mastering of none. We're good at passing. We're good at running. But then teams know how to stop it. And once you take one of these legs out, it's kind of like if you're a Boy Scout, they told you have to have three things to have a fire. You got to have heat, you got to have fuel, you got to have oxygen. You take any one of those three away, you cannot have fire. And the Dallas Cowboys, if they can't run the football and block, this offense ain't going to go. And so that's where there's Alicia Morgan. What's up, Alicia? So that's where we are with this. Now, maybe Robert Prince, not Prince, okay? Not, West Philadelphia Prince, but the Prince of Detroit, who had 5 receivers with 50-plus receptions. That's actually good football.
Yeah, but
because
Detroit.
that's pick your poison.
Yeah, but that's Detroit.
It's Detroit.
We never had good luck with anybody from Detroit.
I know, and for whatever reason, the Cowboys have the Detroit connection. Scott Linehan, Kellen Moore, Robert Prince. Damn, I can't think of our. Yeah, I can't remember. Why am I having an old ass?
I know he's with the Raiders.
God, but it's just like I don't understand why we're always getting coaches from the Lions.
Don't forget about that wide receiver we got from them too.
Oh, we got Roy Williams.
It hasn't worked out either.
It's like, when has anything coming from the Lions worked out for us?
Kellen Moore, we still don't know.
But my problem is Kellen Moore, Boise State, Scott Linehan, Robert Prince, Jason Garrett. This is everything that he's learned. It's all from these people and the Detroit Lions.
So he hasn't learned anything from Mike McCarthy?
Apparently not. We're not running the West Coast offense.
Out of all of them, at least Mike McCarthy been to a Super Bowl.
Well, I say this. He is on blast too. It's sink or swim for him.
It has to be.
Because definitely Cowboy fans, we ain't happy with this situation.
If Sean Payton wants to come back, he's next in line.
All right, so come Thursday morning, I'm doing something special. Something special that I hope leads to some more stuff that's special, okay? So I'm just going to tease that, okay? Look out Thursday. It'll be something really, really cool, I hope. It should be. I mean, but no, nothing's guaranteed. I could, there could be complications for my colonoscopy, or something. I mean, there's no guarantees.
You just have to wait till Friday.
Well, if it's possible. So I got to see if it's going to work. But I'm going to tell you how excited I am about Micah Parsons. You see how he was chomping at the bit? You could see that he was just like a caged animal that wanted to get free yesterday. He wanted to. You see that most of those guys were just happy to just be like, okay, we just here, man. We just here to be in Vegas, collect a check, and just relax and laugh. You could see
gamble it away.
He took it serious and wanted to win.
Yeah, but it takes more than one person.
This is true, but no, I'm going to tell you something. Actually, I see so many parallels with Micah Parsons and Charles Haley minus the crazy. I'm telling you. Because, see, Charles, it's sit around the fire, kids.
Now, let me ask you this question. Does he know who Charles Haley is?
Oh, I guarantee you he knows who Charles Haley is.
Okay, let's get that straight first.
Okay. I heard a few things about Micah Parsons. I'm going to just tease it a little bit here. I heard that Micah Parsons, when he was young, that in practice, he was taking out his own players in practice, that he was hitting that hard. Okay? Well, see, you knew where I was going with this. Okay? He is a competitive nature person who he wants to win at all costs, at everything. He wanted you saw him wanting to go ahead and just go through and blow somebody up. You know he's like that. This guy is driven. But see, today he said, I am not a loser, right? And he said, bet on me being in the Super Bowl, right? I'm going to tell you something. You probably haven't heard this before. I'm going to tell you guys something. Mark, seriously, you want a Cowboys cutting board? Oh, email me, Dr. Football. Email me there at cowboysmark94 Gmail. For now, soon will be actually a different email where we actually have phone consults for you. Okay, let me go back here. So this is where I can say I'm privy to some of Charles Haley's craziness as well as his motivation, okay? Because there was some crazy shit that you with Charles in the locker room, you got to watch where you're going because you might have something in your face that you didn't expect to have in your face. But Charles was a competitor that always wanted to win at all costs. And if you weren't about winning, it was the hell with you. Tammy, what's up, Tammy? Has it warmed up any up there for you? Here's the thing. When Micah Parson says, bet on me being in the Super Bowl, I heard that Micah Parson said, I'm going to go to the NFL after my third year. Right? I heard his father say, if you're going to the NFL after your third year, you're going to have your degree first. Right? 3 years. Guess what? He got his degree done in 3 years. And he's in the NFL. So you're talking, okay, because look, I had a harder time just going to class, okay. But he got his degree in 3 years. That's a challenge for anybody, much less being a nitty-iron football player and a first-round draft pick. When a guy says, I'm going to do something, the only way you're going to the NFL is by getting that degree, you got to work your ass off to get that degree and work your ass off to be a great football player. So when he says something, I think you definitely put your money on that one. But to the point about you were talking about Charles Haley and literally in practice hit a guy so hard made him a cheerleader. David Wiley, what's up?
Take the money out, all of it.
Can't wait to we're gonna have remember the Hall of Fame kebabs we had?
I'm not gonna be here though.
Oh, that's right. You taking the cabinet and the drawers back to Gina. Oh, yeah, Mike's not gonna be here. It might just be, and you know what? By then my colon will be completely clean. I have extra space in there, and those cobs would definitely be keto, so that's cool. So I think we lucked the F out. And I found out he was a Cowboy fan too. So maybe he lucked out too. Chuck Smith, you can email me too, buddy, and we can see what we can design. But we got to be careful because we can't do any copyrighted stuff. So when you say Cowboys, I'm not trying to get Jerry Jones, because Jerry Jones got plenty of lawyers and plenty of money to sue little old me. So I can't do it. But we'll work out something for you and all that. I named my firstborn baby Haley. She's a sweetheart. Now his kids, and rest his daughter's soul. She ended up dying from cancer. I think when she was 9 years old. But his kids are wonderful. Charles, he's a lot better now that he's on medication. The sad thing is when you see, knowing he's had 2 knee operations, knee replacements.
I saw him on that interview that he did.
Mm-hmm.
And his shoulders are like this.
Yeah.
Lopsided. And he's sitting down as straight as he can. It's like, football took a toll on him.
Oh, Mark's going to toot a whole new tune. Come on, man, Callie. Damn, that's just nasty. Man, why are you dealing with that kind of shit? Now she's managing at Popeyes. Haley rocks. Micah Parsons wanted to plant. He really did. That's what I'm saying. He wanted to compete in a game that everybody was just kind of like, can we get this thing over?
Yeah, can I get my check?
Now, one person who probably wasn't happy that the game was over was Alvin Kamara. Did you get some of the details on what happened in that? This thing.
I know that somebody's orbital bone got destroyed.
So, yeah.
I don't know what led up to it.
Can you imagine if somebody with the Cowboys had done this? So here's what happened. Apparently in an elevator in Vegas, there was a guy in an elevator. We don't know what he said or what happened or what transpired between them or whatever. But Alvin Kamara punched him.
I thought the dude touched him or something.
I don't know. I said I don't know what transpired ahead of it. But Alvin Kamara punched him in the face. The guy got knocked down, and his boys ended up allegedly kicking him on the ground. He gets a beat down, goes to the hospital. The police get involved and interview him and find out that it was Alvin Kamara and his boys. They waited till after the Pro Bowl, and that's where they arrested him. So this, I'm just looking at this. This could be really bad for Alvin Kamara. Like I said, we don't know what transpired, but I can guarantee you one thing. The one thing about Vegas is there are more cameras than people in Vegas. There are cameras all over the place, and I guarantee you there will be a video that comes out that shows exactly what transpired in that elevator, and I guarantee you it's not going to be good. Gina C., you're welcome, bud. Alan S., anytime. Yeah, Alvin had gotten himself into some shit. Now, you're right about that. He's gotten himself into some, like, colonoscopy shit, okay? Or pre-colonoscopy shit. You know what I'm saying? That shit, it's bad. I mean, you've already seen what's happening with the 2 Raider players, how their careers are done. It's a mess. It's just a mess. So that's where you got to understand that heat of the moment can be life-altering. That said, I'm sorry, James Snyder. James, prayers for him. Had a sister die of breast cancer in 2008. Man, I'm sorry to hear that, James. That's why, I've been talking about colonoscopy quite a bit, and it's not something anybody wants to do. But the reason I keep talking about it is because had I not gotten it when I was 52, I'd actually waited. I had some rather large polyps, and polyps basically are the precursor to you having colon and rectal cancer. I lost a brother to cancer. My other brother, he ended up being precancerous and going through chemo. So I keep bringing it up because I want to make sure that any of you that are 50 get this thing taken care of because, yeah, it's shitty. Trust me, it's going to be shitty tomorrow. I've got a liquid diet today and a liquid diet tomorrow, but I can tell you it's a whole lot better than dying from cancer. So that's why I keep bringing it up. Players that go to Vegas stay in Vegas. Nathan, you ain't right. You ain't wrong. Okay, Dr. Football, cool. And I might not get to you tonight. It'll probably be tomorrow morning and stuff on there because, you're on the list. Trust me, you'll be on the list with everybody else. We got so many of them out there that are going out. We got a stack of stuff that's actually leaving tomorrow, all the way to Alaska with Ava Hoggood. Yeah, we got a lot of stuff going on. But appreciate that, Dr. Football. And, Dr. Football, when I do that whole thing of,
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
It's all in fun. It's all in fun. Yes, get it done. He was like, yeah, I want my shit. Get it up here, okay? Now, I can't – look, it leaves my hands tomorrow. It's on the United States Postal Service from there on out. Don't worry about the colonoscopy. Our Lord will cover you, especially your back end that day. Well, thank you, Evan. I've had 2 before, so I've been through it before. My dad, too. I haven't been checked. No insurance. Good luck. Remember the rookie that died, the accident back in 2007? He had just drafted. He had just got drafted to the boys.
Remember the one that was riding
with the drunk driver. Damn. Wasn't it Brent? Brent something was driving. Dumbass. That's the thing. When you get into that position, you got to understand that, hey, I've got a target on my back. People know, look, if you hit me, I'm going to get paid. Or if I see you do something crazy and I get on camera, TMZ going to pay me. You got to understand the privilege of being on there and being able to make that kind of money and stuff.
Some people think that they never had money. Oh, it's a lot of money. It's going to last the rest of my life.
Shit, the hell it is. That money got one thing to say, and that's goodbye.
Unless you manage it right.
All right, so we need to do a drawing. We need to do a drawing. Let's see. All right, Mike. What are we giving away? We got that other rack, too, that's customized. Although we got to make sure it's not a Dak hater that wins because they won't want to get it. Anthony Johnson, 2014, he had a great offensive line. And in 2016, he had a great offensive line. In 2020, our offensive line was not I don't know how you say that. Our offensive line, the last time Anthony Johnson was good was 2016. Since that time, we've had Connor Williams in there, and we have been doing all kinds of stuff. I mean, between losing Travis Frederick, between Lyle Collins and his ups and downs. Orlando Padrella. Email me at cowboysmark94@gmail. Orlando Padella. Shout out to you. We're going to give you a rack. The Cowboys offensive line, see, that, to me, you can't, dude, I don't know how you could say 2020 it was good. Tyron Smith only played 2 games.
It was okay.
No, it wasn't. Tyron Smith played 2 games. You started out with Joe Looney as the center. He got hurt. You had Tyler Badich who came in, okay? You had Connor Williams was probably your most consistent offensive line. Zach Martin went out and missed like 4 games of the season with an injury. And Lyle Collins didn't play. You had Terrence Steele, okay? Terrence Steele was a starter for 13 games, and Terrence Steele was not the Terrence Steele of this past year. Terrence Steele, I remember Miss Jackie saying, let's push him off a bridge. So when Miss Jackie said we need to put you off the bridge, you ain't playing good. So I don't know how you can say we had a great offensive line in 2020. I'm sorry, Anthony, are you blind? Or are you listening to the talking heads? Because the Pro Football Focus said the Dallas Cowboys offensive line was the number 1 offense, rated them number 1 at the end of the season. How the hell they said that the Dallas Cowboys offensive line was the number 1 offensive line? You're smoking crack. I mean, you're hanging out with I Love Weed, and it's some laced weed. I mean, it's like, seriously.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Tyron Smith was continuing going downhill. Come on, now.
Sephro 6, how you doing, man? What's up, buddy? How are you doing? Are we keeping Connor Williams? Connor Williams is a free agent. And here's where you start looking at this. Okay, the Cowboys got all kinds of issues. They got money, okay? They've gotten their coaches together. Win or lose, at least you have consistency with the coaching staff. They have an idea of what they want to try and accomplish. The question is that the right thing that they want to accomplish? I don't know. I know that Dan Quinn seems like he knows what he's doing. He knows what he wants, and it seems like the Cowboys are willing to give it to him. And I feel like they leave him alone, okay? I believe that the focus is Mike McCarthy in the offense because Kellen Moore, because chicks dig the deep ball. Chicks dig the deep ball, and people love offense, okay? Well,
at least towards the second half.
But see, Big Blue, Fire Chief, I agree. It's trash, but people believe what they say. So when they say,
Sharp said pro football.
this is what was so crazy about it, because as I was reading their ratings where they rated them the best offensive line in football, they talked about, of course, Tyron Smith is a Pro Bowler and all that stuff. It's like, yeah, he was the first half of the season, but he was injured most of the second half. Then they talked about Lyle Collins. He's rated at such and such. It's like, well, Lyle Collins didn't play for 7 games.
Yeah, he was suspended.
Okay? And then they talked about Connor Williams. I was like, Connor Williams ain't good. And then the lowest one they had ranked on there, of course, was Tyler Baddish. And I'm just like, you really believe that offensive line, that literally those guys that you put together there, those 5 players, only played together 3 games together, period. So I'm like, how can you actually say that that's the best offensive line in football and they only played 3 games together? I'm like, that's some bullshit. I just don't see that. We need a center, and we need somebody to replace Connor Williams, and we need a tackle when Tyron Smith is not healthy, and that is very little anymore.
It's really time to move on from Tyron Smith.
But you know, here's the problem. Now you're talking about 3 positions on the offensive line changing. That's a lot. But this is where, to me, changing the offense that's not predicated on having to be able to run the football and maul people, you can get away with an offensive line that isn't as good if you are a quick strike passing football team and use the short passing as a long handoff. That's the problem that we have. We need a Larry Allen, but unfortunately, Larry Allens aren't around too much. Listen, Gina said, I love it, Gina. Allen, absolutely. He needs to go. He sucked. Don't sugarcoat it, Gina. Tell us how you really feel. We need to trade for Tunsil. What are we trading for him, though? I love weed. The Cowboys, here's the thing. You got Stephen Jones that believes in value free agents. He ain't trading for an offensive tackle. He's not.
He's bargain basement shopping.
And Collins is out of shape. Amen. Connor Williams might be the worst center ever. Connor Williams? You mean Tyler Baddish is our center. Connor Williams might be the worst guard we have.
Weren't they changing centers through the whole
Hey, Mark,
season?
I need to make Calusa. Let me write that down. Pork. I got to see what is that kind of pork? Calusa pork? Okay, it sounds good. It sounds like it's Hawaiian or something. Is that Hawaiian? Hawaiian? You need to clean up too much stuff everywhere. I know I do. I've got all my jackets here when I go out and do my fireside chat because it gets cold, and sometimes I need multiple layers. I just got a lot of shit, man. I got a lot of shit. Sorry, and I need a bigger place because people send me stuff. I get stuff. You know, I know I'm beginning to look like a hoarder. I know I'm beginning to, and it's been the end of the season, and I've been busy.
Oh, he said that's good for keto.
What's good for keto? The pork?
The pork.
Okay. All right, I'm going to definitely check that out. Most penalty prone. You must be talking about Connor Williams. They need to stop stuffing players into the wrong position. Callie, there you go, too.
Yeah, because Micah Parson is better edge.
PRD, I would 100% agree with you. If you're going to hold on to Lyle Collins, I would do the exact same thing. Because I'm going to be honest, to me, I think Steele is our 3rd best offensive lineman. And I dare somebody to tell me otherwise. Prove me wrong.
Number 2.
Connor Williams, amen, Ava. Draft. See, I think what you have to do is you're going to have to get rid of one or the other, either Tyron Smith or Lyle Collins.
I say Tyron
if you're going to roll the dice on Tyron Smith, then you let Lyle Collins go.
I'll just get rid of Tyron Smith.
But I would be okay with taking Terrence Smith to tackle, Lyle Collins to guard. If you had to, keep Tyler Baddish because you don't have any other choice, but draft a left tackle.
And we've been saying that for
Okay,
years.
that would be it. And even if you decide I'm going to restructure the offensive line, then you still have to get an offensive tackle that's going to be a swing tackle that'll be able to play for him.
Say you get rid of Tyron Smith and roll the dice on the rookie. That's
Actually, highlights. Micah is better at the edge than linebacker because I'll be honest with you. You know, he could play the middle linebacker role, but I don't need that guy out in coverage. I need somebody that's going after the quarterback's ass. I believe he was one of the top players with pressures and quarterback hits. And see, here's what you have to understand, because people say he's too small to be a defensive end. He's only 10 pounds lighter than D-Law. Because, see, you have to understand, football is evolving. From the time Giovanni and Clowney came out, okay, now Clowney has not lived up to the expectations, but the speed that he had, teams realize it's not about having that bone crusher, that guy that's 290 that can, rock the offensive lineman. You want a guy who's fast enough to go around the edge because it's faster for them to be able to bend that curve around the edge than it is to bull rush. And see, football plays now, you got to get to the quarterback within 2 seconds. You're not getting to the quarterback in 2 seconds through somebody. You can go around them, you can stunt, and that's what Micah does. And I tell you, Micah Parsons will put on some weight this offseason. And I can guarantee you Micah Parsons is probably in the weight room working out probably as we speak right now, that he is a guy who's looking at that and saying, what can I do to get this team to a Super Bowl? He is the dog that we've been waiting for, and I'm excited as can be for next season. And I miss Travis Frederick too. He was definitely taken away from us way too soon for football. There's some big left tackles in this year's draft, and that's what they're saying, that there are a lot of good offensive linemen, and that bodes well because we're not picking until late. In the draft, we might still be able to get one.
Might need one of those guys.
I meant guard, but there you go. we got you, Gina, no problem. Mark, how do you think Micah Parsons compares to DeMarcus Ware? Well, he had more sacks than DeMarcus Ware had as a rookie, as a part-time edge rusher. Now, it's still young in his career. The question is will they find out how to use him correctly? You could look – I'll give you an example here. Charlie Waters – not Charlie Waters. Well, actually, Charlie Waters was a cornerback, and he was getting burnt like toast. They put him to safety and became one of the best safeties of that time. The Manster, Randy White – was a middle linebacker. He was okay. His rookie year, he was okay. Well, actually, he wasn't even that good. But they decided to take that linebacker and make him a defensive tackle, and he became legendary. And he's up here, one of the football gods. So Micah Parsons is a linebacker. Yes, he's a linebacker. But I think he is a better outside linebacker. An edge rusher. And by the way, here's another little tad bit where I talk about Micah Parsons and Charles Haley. At JMU, under Chalice McMillan, our football coach at that time, Charles Haley was a middle linebacker. When Joe Przisky took over for Chalice McMillan, he made Charles an outside linebacker. An outside linebacker is basically an edge rusher. Charles Haley is an outside linebacker, but he's really an edge rusher. And Charles Haley really took off once he became that outside linebacker. And that's what I think needs to happen with Micah. I believe that speed, that tenacity, and getting to that quarterback and making him uncomfortable, where teams are going to have to game plan to stop him. I don't know that you have to game plan to stop him as a middle linebacker, but you damn sure do as an edge rusher. And that's all I got to say about that. Mike, you got your new channel, right? Definitely, everybody, check out Michael Anthony's channel. Tell everybody about your channel. Go ahead. You got the mic? You got the mic. What?
Well, I'm relaunching my new channel, MAF Giggy Con. Make sure you go up there and subscribe.
There you go.
Trying to get to 1,000. Make sure you hit that subscribe button.
Mm-hmm.
Get some the pin comment.
That's right. Subscribe to it. He got like crazy little Pomeranians that are attacking him and shit and all that. See, that's some crazy shit. Have you had anybody like, answer the door butt naked yet?
That's the new TikTok challenge now.
That's is it? Okay. All right.
I'm not, no. Most people I deliver to is leave at the door and just keep it moving.
Just keep it moving? And just have the Pomeranians come running around. Okay, a pack of Pomeranians come after your ass. All right, so definitely check him out. I'm doing, of course, like live cooking and stuff on my other channel as I do keto and trying to get myself a little bit healthier. A left tackle, you're right about that, Dr. Football. A left tackle now needs speed because they've got to be able to move with these edge rushers. I mean, you look at how fast Micah Parson gets around that edge. Most tackles, there are very few tackles out there that can keep up with Micah Parsons, which is why you're looking for that mismatch. So with that being said, we're going to get up out of here. I'm going to take my hangry ass on up to bed because tomorrow is going to be hell on earth with that nasty-ass drink. But let me say thank you to everybody who comes in here, who supports the channel, and get your shot glasses ready. And if you are a channel member and you have not done this, please, I can't thank you enough for being a channel member. But I want to make sure I thank you by making sure you have your shot glass and your gear and all that stuff. So go to the community tab. There's a post in there. It's probably about 4 or 5 deep. But for members only, it's the link to the Thrive where we talked with my man Daniel here about it. Okay, we're not going to spam you to death or do anything like that. We're not going to sell it to Facebook or anything. Your shit will be private, and we're going to take good care of you because without you guys, this doesn't work. Run, Michael Anthony, run! Good night, everybody. Especially you, weed. I love weed. Hey, man, slow down on the weed, man. Save some for somebody else, man. I know you smoking it all up, but especially thank you all, good people. Have a good night and keep the faith, and make sure you tell somebody that you love them, because you might not get that chance again.
The party's over. They say that all good things must end. Call it a night. The party's over. And tomorrow and next year starts the same old thing again.